Justice Poirier says that he has a problem with. Well, he didn't say he had a problem, but he said I rewatched the fight last night with my wife when we got back in Louisiana. Joe Rogan said I was exhausted. Said I was tired like 5 times. Bro, I did not get tired. I have some of the best cardio in this fight that we do. Like I can go 25 minutes hard, cracking the whole time. I can't believe he said that. I felt good. But I felt good. I felt like he was going to slow down. That was what I was hoping for. I thought third or fourth round when I would really start to pull away and break him down, but I got him out of there in the second. I thought I was going to have to break him down, wear him down a little bit more, but I caught him in the middle of a trade when his chin was up and his body wasn't set for the right hook. The timing of it was just perfect to whip his brain around. And I agree. I know Dustin's probably not thinking about it as far as a slight. It was early in the fight. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, it's been a while since I've actually said, especially in the UFC match, that I said a guy's tired in the first in a five round match. The first what 2 or 3 rounds? Nah, not the first 1 or 2 rounds. The first 2 rounds, especially, no way. I'm not saying the guy's tired, and the first 2 rounds he was active and Dustin was doing all right. I think they went to the ground later in that second. But Dustin was active the whole time. I wouldn't say he was exhausted. I had the commentary off, so I couldn't really listen to what was being said. Um, but for a guy like Dustin to kind of have a reputation like he has, and to kind of have the commentary as far as being exhausted, kind of hung over your head, and to know that you're in great shape. He wasn't breathing hard after he got the knockout anyway, so I can definitely agree on Dustin with that. You know, I don't know. Maybe Joe Rogan was just in a moment. You know what I'm saying? It's all allegedly. Maybe he was in a moment. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was just thinking a prior fight, or thinking that the situation Dustin was in was a maybe he was actually trying to give him a compliment at the same time, because he's trying to say, well, if Dustin's not being active right now, maybe he's a little tired or winded, or maybe he thought it was activity or something. I don't know what it was, to be real with you. I didn't really see. Only thing I seen was a strategy issue at the time, but I knew that Dustin was kind of saving his hands. He wasn't really throwing, so that was something I noticed. But I don't think Joe Rogan was taking shots. But I will say that as a commentator, should be hesitant. Like even last weekend when I was calling some fights, I was very hesitant to say if a guy was tired or not. I don't feel like in the Page fight, for example, I don't think those guys were tired. I would say they were more just ran out of strategies. You know what I'm saying? They ran through everything they could as far as trying to match each other's style against each other. But I wouldn't say it was the other issue other than that. But that's really how I see it. Other than that, though, I don't really see anything else different. But I definitely feel like Dustin was in excellent shape, just going against an excellent fighter. St. Dennis is a very good fighter. He comes to fight, got caught with a shot. He wouldn't have been tired either if he wouldn't have got caught. So he was definitely working the whole entire fight. Dustin was just picking his spots and trying to be advantageous about the style and what he can actually do. If when you hear his breakdown, he broke everything perfectly. He knew everything he was doing. One thing I do say in the UFC, we do question a lot of veterans a lot. We question a lot of veterans in all combat sports. I think that's kind of terrible when we come. But sometimes a lot of guys have been coming with bad stamina. So I would have to agree on that. Joe Rogan is right. A lot of guys in combat sports, especially veterans, they be coming in with bad stamina lately. So maybe he thought that was an issue. But no, I didn't see that as an issue in that fight, though. But it wasn't particularly that much of a big deal. He just probably one of his biggest fights. He just don't want to have that commentary as far as, man, he's tired, hung over him. These fights get watched millions of times, and fans repeat what they hear all the time. Trust me, they'll repeat that crap. So that's why he's cutting it dry now. They'll repeat that stuff that Joe just said about the stamina and stuff. So he got to let it be known. I don't care what nobody said. My stamina's always been good. No question my stamina. And as an athlete, he has to do that. Has to. He has to do that. But that's all I got, though. Like and subscribe.